That's the magic of editing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Edit this. Can you take this picture and get rid of all of
all of these rolls? Can you make them flat?
Right? Just fucking green screen me from here and fucking drape me.
So we have made it to episode 6 of the SBG podcast. Pretty crazy. And I would like to welcome my next guest, Mr. Juan Salinas.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me, Jake.
Bro,
Appreciate
you so
man.
much for coming out here in the sticks with me.
It was quite the drive.
What did you think whenever you were like getting towards the gravel road? Was it like,
I thought I was driving to fucking back way to Texas for one. But I don't know, man. Like I saw this. It gets to that bendy road where like civilization stops. And I'm about to get some chains on the Kia and like go get those light poles that were out there, bro. Like I was like, dog, you can't leave that kind of shit on the side of the road.
I got plenty of stuff to scavenge out here.
I was like, that's scrap, baby. What you talking about?
Oh yeah. So Juan has a whole lot of history that I'd like to dig into. I know him through Cut Through the Dawn. That was the first place that we ever met.
Oh yeah.
And I had Justin on here a couple episodes ago. So this was the bass player in Cut Through the Dawn right here.
Hi, everybody.
And we were killing it back in the day. You understand?
Bruh.
Tell it.
Bruh. Okay, so let's go fucking Al Bundy mode, right? Here's my 4 fucking touchdowns in one game, right? So one of the coolest things was having like fucking 5 bands at once. And then doing the battle of the bands on the radio, and 3 of my projects were involved, and I won all 3 slots.
Oh my god!
And I thought that was pretty cool.
So sick. And that bass that you had for Jason and the Kruegers.
Oh, the bone bass. Yeah, still got it.
So tight.
Oh, dude, that thing's beautiful.
Impressed by that thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice work of art, man. I mean, it's literally made out of it's fucking literally it's made out of cow bones, man, basically.
It's like a hip bone, right? Or
yes,
something like that?
Yes, the luthier who made it for us, which fuck, dude, I'm so sorry, I'm blanking right
I'm
now.
related to him. I can't remember his name either.
God, I feel like such a dick now, man. Like the guy who made us the guitar. I don't know your fucking name, but fucking Cat Guitars, man.
Yeah.
Buddy Duchamp. God, I can't believe I fucking forgot his name. He got a buddy of his who is a cow farmer, but he dug up his favorite cow and sacrificed the bones to us. So we've got the hip bass. If you've never seen it,
I'll post pictures on here for sure.
Cool. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. I've got a custom, one-of-a-kind hip bass guitar. It's got LED lights inside of it. It's all bone white and made out of different parts. You know what I'm saying? My guitar player has a guitar player made out of the skull of the cow. They added a bunch of horns, lights, and also completely bone white. They stand on their own. We put LED or black light strings on it. Yeah. We got red lights for the eyes inside of it. All that shit.
Shout out to Joe Bear.
That's my dog, man. That's been my dog ever since we was like fucking 11 or something, man.
He was the guitar player and the singer for a while in Jason and the Kruegers, which is the band that he's talking about right now.
We're still doing it, man. It's just we got no live shows. I got taken out of the game, by health issues.
Yeah.
And I'm still not even fully ready to start bothering people and like, hey, you want to come play guitar? And like, I gotta go get a practice spot and just shit like that, man. Like, I'm not ready to, load the gear, unload the gear, clean my car out, load the gear, take it there, re-fucking load it, bring it back to the house, unload it, reload the car. Like, I'm not ready for that shit.
It's like once you stop doing it for a little while and then you try to go and do it again, it's like, wow, that was actually a lot of shit that you had to do every show.
Yeah. And it's like once you start doing it, man, like it's easy to do. It's fun. But what I don't want to do is tap people, start a project, and then 3 Wednesdays in a fucking row, I'm like, I can't make it. I don't feel good. I can't make it. I don't feel good. I can't make it. And that's why I'm not bothering anyone just yet to be like, hey, man, you want to play guitar for Jason and the Kruegers? Can you do this and this and this and this? And I want to, but I want to get to a space where I know I'm not just going to be fucking with people's time, basically.
But in the meantime, y'all's online presence is still living, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Well, we're trying to. Basically, where we've been is TikTok and Instagram. And the Facebook thing just kind of went by the wayside. And
well, I had seen videos. I think it was Jonathan at like Comic-Cons or something, dressed up as the dude, and he would like crash. Like,
yeah, dude, it was a brilliant skit, man. Go look for it. It's Johnny Hopeless at, I can't remember, some Colorado Comic-Con or Maine.
I'll have to get the link and I'll post it in the description if I can find that. Yeah,
he killed it, man. I mean, he totally stole the moment at that whole fucking panel, and he's brilliant, man. That's why I fuck with him, bro. That's why I do shit with him, man. He's my boy. He's fucking brilliant, and he's got the balls to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Faux show.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I remember all those good times at the Bay Shea, man. Those house parties over there, fucking sick.
That was like real artist commune fucking thing. Yeah, dude, it was just like you were living at a recording studio and sharing the house with everybody. And for the most part, everyone was cool, man. I mean, sometimes personalities clash. It was a workplace as well as a living place. And it was like, God, man, two families living there, and a bunch of like, satellite roommates that rented other rooms, and people that come and go, and things like that, man. Great times though, man.
And the glue that held most of it together was Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, dude, we did a lot of fucking Magic at that place, man. Like, we played a lot of games of Magic. You couldn't, maybe you can't tell. I'm a fucking nerd, bro.
That's what I was talking about it with Justin whenever he came on. I was like, yeah, I went to audition for y'all, do all that shit, and I was like expecting, a typical metal band. I didn't know what to expect, and then y'all were like, all right, break time. We're gonna play some fucking Magic out on the back deck, and I was like, holy shit, this is what's happening right here.
Hell yeah, bro.
Bust out the decks.
Man, I don't even have anybody to play with anymore, man. Like, JD, man, like a few months ago, like last year, actually brought over decks, man, and we played for damn near 5 hours in a row.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it was great, dude, and we just kept going like game after game after game, and we're like, it's been 4 hours, dude. Like, you want to throw one more? Like, yeah, all right, cool.
It's fun, and it's like it takes your mind off everything, especially whenever you got somebody you're vibing with and you don't have to worry about it. It's not like a shitty competition. Like, all right, I spent $300 on this deck. What?
God,
spent $25 on yours.
I mean, I remember when JD built the deck depletion, like the real blue black nightmare. Fuck you in the ass deck. That fucking deck, dude. It was just fun. Like, I'd never seen the mechanics. Yeah. So it's like, I wasn't even mad. I was just like, get rid of half of my deck. What the fuck?
With one card.
Yeah, dude. And then it's like, get rid of another half of my, get rid of that half.
Glimpse of the unthinkable. Boop.
Oh, man. That fucking card. Sacrifice 10 cards off the top of your deck every time you take damage, dude. Get the fuck. It was like... it would take like 3 or 4 games before I was like, all right, dude, I'm fucking done. But trying to get around them was fun.
So people that don't play Magic very much, this is the segment we're in, so I'm going to embrace it. This is the card game segment. I like video games, and Magic the Gathering is like a physical version of a video game, right? And it's random every time because you have a deck where you put cards in, and you have to balance it correctly with your resources and your other shit. So then... a typical way of playing the game is that you have an opponent and you each have 20 life.
Yeah.
And then
it used to be that way. Now it's 40. And you got to have a 100 card deck.
Oh, damn. So
then it's different. It's changed completely.
You're putting out monsters and spells and all this shit so that you can damage each other's life pool, and that's typically how you win. But this deck he's talking about is a deck that wins by making you mill and get rid of your actual
everything
deck.
You own.
So it's like you can't have a defense against that, and you just end up depleting your deck, and there's like nothing you can do. And then all the while he's taking whatever big monsters he wants out of your pile and using them. But then another unconventional way of playing that shit was, I think you had that one where you had was it a life gain deck? And when you reach a certain life
Yes.
total, you win.
The Felidar, I think it's, I'm probably fucking this name up, but the Felidar Sovereign.
It's like the Rhinoceros Priest, right?
Oh, it
Looking
was,
card.
no, it was actually a lion.
Okay, yeah.
Card, and once you got to
Like 40.
100 or 60 life, it was either 60, 80. It was some weird number that you had to get to. It wasn't impossible to reach.
But you're
once
gaining
you
life
yeah.
like crazy anyway.
Oh, dude. Well,
So
when you get the
then-
multiples out, and then you get the wording that allows you to do stacking of life gaining. So I just gained life 5 times, from one hand, and I get all of that plus the bonuses off of each card, stack all that. Dude, it got pretty stupid, man. I had like 99 fucking creatures on the board just for the fuck of it. Just like, can't do shit about it, but it's there.
And then it's like, even if you have big monsters out on the field damaging that, you're still outpacing them with the life you're gaining back. And then the what was the other one? The big monsters that like
Eldrazi.
yeah.
I loved playing that, man. That was the whole point.
Oh my god! It was like once you reach that threshold,
Fucking spawn sire. Yep. Once I can just like bring every Eldrazi from outside of the game into play, like
it's like a whole stack.
fucking stack of those motherfuckers. I had a stack of them bitches just waiting. Just waiting, bro.
And the thing with those is they had like an unbelievable resource cost to summon even just one. But once you have the criteria met, then it's just like,
Well, the spawn sire, man. I mean, once you could hit that particular mechanic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just implicit. Like any Eldrazi outside of the game, like let me go get my book. Let me go get my collection from upstairs, and I'm just gonna open the page. And I'm like, here it is.
Crushed. Oh my god!
And they all make you discard as soon as they get onto the land. So if you drop like 20 of these fucking things, you're gonna discard 20 cards.
And the land destruction shit.
Oh god, land destruction is that shit's annoying, man.
I would play Justin's. It was like a vampire land destruction deck
I remember
that he
that
had
fucking
made.
piece of shit. Yeah,
And then I would take it because I didn't have any decks, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll play this one. I'll play it against you." And I couldn't really like beat him, but he would end up with only one land to do anything with. And he's like, "Well, I can't play anything."
I've got this mechanic that I've always loved, but it's a card called Underworld Dreams. So basically, what I do is I force you to draw above what you're supposed to every round. The cards that I play make you take damage for drawing cards. So now I'm making you, once it's really in the swing and I've got everything out, you're drawing an extra 4, you're taking 4 damage per round. Then you're taking damage. Any damage that you took, discard those cards. You're discarding, taking the damage, discarding more, taking that taking all that damage. So
Crushed the
yeah.
cycle.
It's a great party. I love playing it with multiple people because everyone's just taking damage each round, and I'm just kind of like, okay. And they usually kill me first.
Just try and get as much chaos in there.
That's pretty much it. Like I'm not even trying to win when I play, dog. I'm just trying to fuck people up. That's all. That's it, bro. Just like draw a bunch of shit and take damage. Shut the fuck
Just
up.
maim them on your way out.
That's it. That's pretty much it, bro. I'm just the party popper. That's all I am.
Oh shit, man. Good times.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. We had a lot of good times, man. Played many different players while being at the Bechet house. Come to realize, man, there's some cats. I played with guys that were like trying to do pro, man, and they would always get to this point where it's like, if I made you discard your key item, and these are my boys too, so if they even bother to listen to this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, bro, come on." But straight up, man, they were just like, I'd get rid of that one magic card they had, and they'd be like, "Oh, well, I mean, the game's done anyways. The game's on." I'm like, "Bro, I haven't even damaged you." Yeah, no, I know, but I can't do what I want to do to you, so the game's over. Like,
fuck it.
All right, fine, fuck it. I won, I guess, by default or whatever the fuck. Great.
Oh man. So in addition to being a almost pro Magic player, you might have done a bit of sound and maybe even played a little bit with the Molly Ringwalls. Is that a thing?
Yeah, man. I fortunately I needed work, and Jonathan Jobert had just started working with the Ringwalls. He scored it just by doing how he does. He walked up to the band in the middle of a fucking show and was like, I don't know what the fuck he told him, man. Silver Tongue Devil. I can rap chords. I can do this. I can do whatever the fuck. And I think it was because of Burt Fackler. I think Burt Fackler got John Jobert on there. And then they were like, well, John said, hey, I got a boy who loves doing this shit. And they put me on, man. And I stayed there for, I may be exaggerating, I can't remember, about 6 or 7 years.
Oh, man, that's pretty great.
That was a period of time where it was literally 24. It was almost 24/7, man. It was running my business Monday through Friday, working Friday morning, driving to another state after work, setting up, staying awake, doing the show, getting to 2:30 a.m. to drive to a fucking hotel. I mean, you were lucky if it was down the street. And then you got to rest until 8, 9 a.m., something like that. And then it was back on the road for another 4 to 6 hours.
So they didn't do like tours. They just went on like weekend circuits.
Yes. Yeah. Which was, it's a wonderful way to run it, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't, you don't beat yourself to fucking death being on the road. And having all your resources out there and everything that can happen on the road.
Yeah.
You know, they traveled. They had a nice, neat little circuit that they had set up. They were able to get there on weekends and get back home, you know, and it worked out very well for them. They didn't have to stretch themselves super hard. It's not like they were like, yeah, we're doing Tennessee and then we're doing Pensacola the next night, you know?
Bad logistics.
Yeah, dude. It's like, we're going to drive to Arkansas, then we're going to California.
Dude, we did a show like that, and it was only one. But we drove to Oklahoma. It was like 10 hours. We left at like, I want to say it was like 8 in the morning, and then we got there, and it was like a festival. It was like a biker festival in Oklahoma. It was super tight. It was like in Sparks, Oklahoma, and it was like a mini Woodstock. It was
that's cool,
crazy. Like people were walking around like naked, 100%, and like there was no like anybody batting an eye about it or anything.
Yeah, no one give a shit.
Crazy, and we got to the hotel, and then I think we like rested for like an hour, and then we had to go and fucking start like hanging out there, and then we played from like 10 to like midnight over there, and then we woke up at like 7. You know, we had to pack up and come back to the hotel. That took about an hour. I think we got back at like 1 or 2, slept for like 5 or 6 hours, and then drove 10 hours straight back.
Oh man. The brutality, bro.
It's like,
the road's no joke, dude.
But yeah,
it's no joke, man. I mean, you know, it was fun for a long time. We had good times. I got to see amazing venues that I would have never seen.
What was one of the tightest venues that y'all did?
Fuck, man.
Like biggest packed venues.
God, it's great. The House of Blues were a lot of fun.
I bet.
Yeah, there's a lot of history in there. Lots of signatures. You always get really professional crews, and you know, as far as the partaking happened there, like, you know, you don't really hear about it. You think it would have been like a big fucking deal at HOB, but I mean, as long as everyone behaves, bro, you know, like it's all good. And
Nice.
Those were great venues. I mean, I've seen a lot of inner workings of casinos, casino stadiums.
Bro, the casino shows. I only did like a couple of those, but man, it was just super. It's a cool environment to be playing in.
Oh, dude, it's super set up. I mean, dude, we have there's just one place that they did every year for New Year's. And I mean, fucking badass. Green rooms. They had an entire gym there that you could work out. They had elevator lifts that would go from stage, like meet the stage and then go down to ground level. Like it would completely break away from the stage and the building, and you would just look down and you can see parking garage from the stage.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, dude, it was awesome.
Oh,
well, dude,
yeah.
I mean, we had so much gear. Like, we did one, I'll never forget, we did this one, like, it was like a rooftop or something at a casino in Mississippi, and we had to load all of this gear inside of tiny little elevators, man. And it was like 25 fucking, like, up, down, up,
then you
down,
actually
up,
have
down.
to worry about the capacity load.
Oh, God, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, we'd pack as much as we could, dude, and we'd send it, you know.
Fucking just start saying Hail Marys on the way up when them gear start grinding.
Dude, we got, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, there was a jank ass place that we played. Oh, man. It was a fire and ice club in Alabama, not Birmingham. It was one of those other fucking cities no one cares about. And it was fucking, dude, there was a place called Fire and Ice Club. We were late getting there. We show up, and there's a fucking ambulance there. And we're just like, oh, what the fuck's going on? What happened? And we get down, and apparently the air conditioning duct came loose right as our stage manager was walking under it. Oh. And that motherfucker, like Wile E. Coyote shit, slammed down and fucking took him out and just laid him the fuck out, man. And we got there, and he's in the ambulance, and they're treating him. We're like, oh, what the fuck happened? Now the stage, that was the first thing that happened. That fucking stage was built from popsicle sticks and fucking bricks and chunks of wood, man.
Yes.
And I mean, it was like walking on a fucking shitty piece of fucking plywood. You could hear the stage creaking and bumping and warping.
Oh, I've played on a stage like that, and we played, I think it was at like this place called Hefe's or something like. I mean, the place was cool. The guy was cool that ran it.
Hefe's,
yeah. Cool bar while it lasted. But I remember that stage, man. We got it there, and there was a known hole somewhere in the center of the stage. I think he warned us straight up, and we were like, all right. Yeah, but you just don't know until you step on it. And like when you fucking step in it, you know. And it was just like, you're playing a show around that bitch, and he's trying to make sure you don't step where the fucking hole is.
That's fucking. I've fallen on stage. And it's like the worst Humpty Dumpty slow motion fat ass retard look. I'm sorry, dumb fat motherfucker on stage. Fucking
I never claimed to be a PC podcast.
I'm sorry, guys. It's me. Look, hey, I'm brown. I can say it, right? I'll start cursing in another fucking language. I don't know. Váyanse la verga. Órale.
Cabrón.
Ándale, cabrones. Pinche Leches, bro. Leches in the house, dog.
Oh, yeah. Like, also, yeah, while he mentioned that, this man, we had a special, like, I don't even know the origin. I think it was just like we were talking about, like, if your gangster name what it would be.
Tres Leches.
And yeah, I was like, Tres Leches. You know, that would be perfect.
It was cool.
And then I got Hal. Shout out to Hal Moore. He was the singer for
Brilliant
Jason and the
artist.
Kruegers for a while, and he also did art.
Yeah, he's really good at the death metal vocals.
And for one of his birthdays, I got Hal to make a fucking drawing of how I had always envisioned him to look as the Tres Leches character, and it was like 3 old style gallons of milk like this, and he had the
Warriors, baby.
I'm gonna have to find a picture of it and post that shit, but it was great.
Oh yeah, I still have it hanging on the wall, man. I mean, it's in my office. I see it all the time, man.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Oh, I was honored, man. I at that point, I'd never had someone present me with something like that, man. So I thought it was very thoughtful, sweet gift. You know what I'm saying, man?
Appreciate that. I'm glad that you dug it, man.
Oh, I love it, bro. What are you talking about?
Hell yeah.
You're like, fucking pinches güeros culeros. That's what you think I am, dog? That's what you think I am? Fucking milk bottles and a fucking poncho.
Yeah. Sombrero.
Thanks, bro. I'll bring your tacos next time I see you. Fucking asshole.
Dude, no shit. Whenever you were going through all the shit recently with the the medical issues and everything, I was thinking about stopping by fucking what is it, Papa Loca.
Yeah,
and getting some damn tacos and bringing them to you. Have you had that place?
No, I haven't.
One of these days.
I mean, what's stopping you, man?
It was literally, we were busy and I just kept, it was like that thing where you're like, man, next weekend I'm going to do it for sure. And then next weekend would come up with some bullshit, but.
Posting on Facebook, like, I got cancer again, guys. Yeah. Bring me tacos.
Yeah. Dude, if anybody ever asks you where you want some from, get the Pastor tacos from at Papa Loco.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
It's super good.
Nice. I'm going to have to check that out. Or whatever you bring them, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So basically, medical issues, about last January, last February, got really sick. Look, I'm going to go on. I'm not good at Facebook, for one. Everybody, like my wife, did all the fucking work. I'm not even going to fucking play, dude. I was not good at asking for donations. I'm not good at posting, hey guys, it's
the Panthers again.
I'm not doing so great today. I appreciate the concern, but I don't thrive off of that kind of stuff. I want to talk to you about how horrible I feel every day. Today I couldn't even get out of bed. No, I'm not doing that shit, man. And I stayed away from Facebook. I stayed away from making those kinds of posts, even though I did want to be an inspiration or an influence to people. Mm-hmm. And basically, it's just get checked, man. Get checked. Man, woman, whatever, bro.
How did you find out that you even had it initially?
So
just felt shittier and
basically what happened is there was a weekend where real shit got constipated. And it happened Thursday, Friday, oh man, okay, whatever. Saturday it was kind of oh fuck. Okay, what's going on here? And just to talk about real shit, it was it was going, nothing would happen. Okay, whatever. And then Sunday, then I started feeling it. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, I'm so backed up.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget. I remember I was laying in bed joking with Heather, and I was like, babe, I haven't taken a shit in so long, babe. I might die from sepsis. And then I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, I was like, fuck. I could actually get sepsis from this shit, dude.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I was like, okay. And I told her, I was like, okay, if I don't feel better by tomorrow, we're going to the hospital because this is becoming 3 or 4 days. This could become very serious.
Just irregular.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it was bad. So Monday morning, and the thing is that by Sunday night, Monday morning, it had become extremely uncomfortable, painful. I was miserable. I tried to get up and get ready to go to work. I drank water and sat down and had breakfast. And before I could even eat, I had vomited my water.
Damn.
There was no nothing. There wasn't a bunch of coughing, nothing like that. It was just water. I'm like, oh shit, what's that? Blah!
Yeah.
And that once I did that, and I was like, okay, I can't even hold down water, bro. My body's rejecting the fucking water. That's when it turned into, let's go. Get up, get dressed, let's go. And I told them what was happening to me. Fucking an hour later, man, they were just like, hey, we're going to put you in for PET scans. We're going to scan your midsection, groin area. Then we're going to scan your chest because we think we saw something else. And, I was like, let's go. Let's go. They would come in. They would say, oh, we think we see a mass in your colon. And okay, what do we got to do? Okay, we're going to do this. I'm like, let's get it. I'm like, let it be. Make it so, number one. And, man, a little boo-hoo happened, man. I was
the realization of that shit when it becomes real, right? And it's not a thought of oh, maybe something, man,
I know a lot of people imagine, at least I imagine, that if I ever received news like that it would be devastating and I'd break, and I didn't. You know, nothing like for whatever, but I just didn't. I wasn't in that mode. Like, I wanted to know, what do you know? What do we got to do?
Yeah.
Okay, this is next. Okay, fine, let's do it. Hey, can we do both procedures on you at the same time? Like, they did a colonoscopy, and then they just flipped me around and went into my lungs afterwards. And I was just like, do whatever you got to do, bro.
So you had it in your lungs too?
Yes, I had it in the liver, my lungs, 2 lymph nodes, and my colon.
Oh, man, that is so crazy. It's crazy, like, because, like, I remember seeing the initial parts of it, right, on Facebook, and then seeing that it got worse and all this shit, and then I was like, man, fuck, this is, like, very real, and then seeing that it spread and all that shit. So to be sitting here with you today, and you're doing well, is very great.
I feel well, man. No, I mean, I'm definitely lucky, man. You know, during Christmas, Heather told me something that I hadn't heard. And she told me that in the very beginning, they talked to her privately. And they told her I wasn't going to make it to Christmas.
Fuck.
Yeah. Brutal, man. Brutal. And she told me that on Christmas Day. She was like, hey, guess what? The doctors told me you weren't going to make it to Christmas this year.
That's crazy.
It was, man. It's crazy, man. They didn't, there was like they don't, it's fucked up that they had the nerve to tell her.
Yeah. And
hey,
it's like weighing on your brain.
But they don't want to tell me.
Yeah.
They didn't want to fucking tell me that I was not going to make it to Christmas. You know, dude, I had my main, Jesus Christ, I sound like a fucking idiot. Fuck. My main cancer doctor. Oncologist. Thank you, sir. Yeah. The head oncologist, my doctor oncologist, whatever the fuck, came in, you know, and it had already been 2 or 3 days. Everybody was out of the room, and I just hit her up. I was like, hey, listen, I was like, I'm a grown man. I've meditated on death a lot throughout my life. I read poetry. I'm a musician. I've thought about these things. I'm like, I can handle it. How long do I have left?
Uh-huh.
Well, Mr. Salinas, we cannot tell you. I'm like, every fucking doctor was, well, we can't tell you. We can't tell you. We can't tell you.
Is it like a thing they just can't tell the patient or some shit?
Well, for legal reasons, I believe they can't tell you, oh, you got 6 months left. You go and blow up your life because you got 6 months, and then you live, and then you're like, well, you told me I was going to be dead, so I decided to take up crack and prostitutes, and now my life is ruined, you know. So I think it's like one of those things.
Damn.
Yeah, but the fucked up thing now is that, you know, I mean, I told her, I'm like, it's like all of you know something, and you're just not telling me.
Yeah.
You know,
the last one to fucking know there's a party happening around you don't know anything.
Exactly. It was really like that, man.
Should have fucking smoked her in the jaw for that shit.
I mean, I wanted to, but, you know, she's my doctor, and then she might be like, nah, fuck this dude, let him die. You're like, I need you to go home and eat radiation. It's like, just lick the back of your TV for 3 hours. Fuck here. Remember to sit super close to your TV, Mr. Salinas.
Pull that safety net out of your microwave and stand in front of it.
I want you to take all the cell phones in your house and lay them on your body when you sleep. Make sure you put that one on the guts and the fucking heart. But, you know, man, I mean, to be honest, you know, I've never had any ill will towards my doctors, man. But there was just a point in time and where they just weren't. I just wanted to fucking know, man. Yeah. And how long do what's the prognosis? And they didn't want to fucking my colorectal surgeon was the one guy that was like, you have a 15% chance. Jonathan Jobert also talking to me, trying to be real with me. He's like, you have a 15% chance. And I was just like, I got to be that 15% then. Yeah. You know, and at the moment, I've hit the 15% mark. But, and I hate saying it like this, and I know it's going to sound, and people, whatever the fuck, but I know that my odds will get lower as we proceed.
So it's an ongoing thing, right?
Oh, I still got it right now, man.
Really?
Like I'm not in remission. It's just under control, with chemo.
So it's
at the
still
moment.
there, but y'all are, man, that's so crazy.
Yep, it's still there, man. Now there was a lot of procedures. A lot of the chemo did work, but we did chemotherapy. We've done everything that the doctors had wanted us to do, but we also used RSOs, Rick Simpson oils. We have been doing Rick Simpson oil is really the thing. Turkey tail.
Like
what's the other one?
Or some shit.
It's
Turkey tail.
Hey, actually, we back. And basically, I was supposed to get onto what we were talking about before. Basically, I'm not good at the Facebook thing. I didn't post all my struggles and stories and urging people. I really wanted to, man. And I'll say it now, like I said a while ago, go get checked. If you think something's up, if you see something ain't right, I mean, just go get checked, man. I mean, and find out because, bro.
If you would have let that shit go on for a little bit longer, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't imagine, dude. If I would have actually given it like another day or two and just tried to lay around the house and pretend like something wasn't going on. But once my body rejected the water, I was like, dude, this is not right. This isn't right.
It's like, what's the alternative to that? It's like, well, it's probably nothing. I'll just hook an IV up real quick and I'll just be fine, you know?
Well, I mean, and to get into more gross shit, they had to give me, there's this solution they give you that you drink. It tastes like fucking sweat and gym socks. I know they try to they give it a flavor, but it does nothing to mask. It really just tastes like you're chugging sweat.
Wow.
And it took 3 of those treatments, and it's all like, it's supposedly just nothing but salt water, saline solution, salt, and it's supposed to make your body just
blow
and
out.
Dude, it took 3 applications, and once it happened, it was unbelievable, the amount of shit that came out of me, the color, it was black as fuck.
Damn.
And that was all blood is the
man.
reason that it was black, man. And it finally broke loose. And then once we had that function going and we knew that we were cleared out, they wanted to give me my colonoscopy as well as my whatever the fuck longoscopy doctorologist. I'm not a doctorologist, guys. I don't give a shit. Yeah, please don't send this guy fucking comments. How do you not know what a fucking oncologist is? You fucking idiot.
Damn. Well, I'm glad to be fucking here with you today for that shit. And also that, the insurance tried to fuck you over too with that, right?
Man, the first year the insurance was very welcoming. Maybe because we had already met our deductibles or whatever the fuck. There's probably a lot to do with Heather handling a lot of that shit and not telling me, not bringing it to me, and not worrying me, basically. She handled everything in that beginning, dude. Like, I'm going to tell y'all something else, man, just to fucking veer off track.
Tell it.
Marriage is dope. I'm so tired of hearing motherfuckers complain about marriage. Like, maybe you married the wrong person. Mm-hmm. Maybe it happens. It happens to people.
Yep.
I fucking love my wife. I'll say, Ray, I love you. Thank you.
Shout out to Heather.
Shout out to my baby, Heather, Crane, Salinas, Hellcat. She has been my rock. She's been my wife, my partner, my other half. She's done all this shit. Bro, she worked a whole year. She told me to take a break. She paid for everything. Did everything she had to do, dealing with me, dealing with I might be dying, dealing with all the other stuff. She helped keep me alive. Just like the donations, the help, the consideration from the friends, people checking on me, the food, all of that shit kept my spirits up, kept me alive, helped me stay here.
Yeah.
So it was really my community that kept me alive. And just as a kind of all out, if you ever donated to me, if you ever helped me, if you ever had a prayer circle or just took time to think about my ass or anything like that, thank you. You helped me get through this. You really did. You might think you didn't. $20, you might think that's nothing. It helped me recover for 9 months.
Damn.
Like, and I'll say this, I don't know how the fuck this would get me in trouble, but people literally paid for us for 9 months.
That's awesome.
To exist and not worry. And I can't imagine what it would have been like to just leave the hospital and be like, all right, sucker, get cracking. What you gonna do now?
You better fucking work now that you got cancer. You got to pay for these bills.
Bro, I've heard people inside of the waiting room being like, I'm getting chemo and then I got to go to work. And I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. And I like, here's another thing I'll cop to, man. Like, yes, it was bad. It was devastating. Everybody's worried. I've had it so much easier than some of the people I've seen going through it right now, man. There are cats that got no friends. They got no family. They're doing it by them fucking selves. And every day they're just like, let's go. Let's do it again. I mean, I had a lady tell me that it was her 5th go in chemotherapy. And she literally said, she was like, it's about time to quit.
Damn.
It's almost time to quit. I'm so tired of this. You know?
Sure, yeah. At that point, you're like, your body is just like, you're still able to live, but you're just getting tired of the shit overall.
I mean, brother, I've only been doing it for a fucking year, and I'm tired of it. And I have to cop to it, man. I don't have it as bad as other people do. And I'm just tired of the pills.
That's how the chemo, like you were in an area where there was other people receiving chemos, and then that's how you got to know other people doing it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, okay. Man. I mean, and you get to see all kinds, man. Like you get to see the cats that they're, oh damn, dude. Like they're emaciated, they're withered away. I mean, you see blood packs, you see all kinds of stuff, man. And I lay there, I get my medicine and I take my nap and I show up fucking comfortable. Like I might as well have fucking brought Starbucks with me and fucking I put on my heating pad. I get out my Nintendo Switch and I'm laughing at videos and motherfuckers are over there dying and I'm just, I hate chemo.
Where's the Twinkies over here? They got snacks.
They do. They got snacks. They got fucking snacks. Yeah, they do. They got snacks for you, man. And listen, man, like the service, everyone's been super fucking nice to me. The nurses have been extremely accommodating. They're very nice. They help me. They give me advice. My doctors have been great for the most part. But you get tired of it. It doesn't matter. You get tired of it, man. You get tired. Like I thought the whole like, oh, I get to smoke weed and I'm going to be taking RSOs now. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm so fucking bored of it, dude. I'm so bored of like marijuana. You know what I'm saying?
And then you were saying that like you couldn't go out and do things for a while. You're having to be like bedridden. So just not being able to like go out, right? You're saying just like,
I mean, well, in the beginning, the thing is you don't feel like doing anything anyways. I was at home and everybody was like, oh man, play some video games or go to, and I'm like, I don't feel like doing that. I'm just going to lay in this fucking bed and sleep. And then I'm going to switch to the recliner in the living room and sleep.
Did you do any kind of like reading or any kind of like while you had that time? Did you use it in any kind of way that you wouldn't have?
I guess to put this out there, I do not read for entertainment.
That's fair.
I do not read for entertainment, man.
Books? You expect me to fucking read books?
Get the fuck out of here.
Some grandpa
fucking
shit right
nerds. There. God damn fucking books. You think I got time for books?
I'm guilty of that shit. Like I'll listen to audiobooks all day. Like I enjoy audiobooks, but yeah, it's because I can like I feel like I can do something else and also listen to an audiobook. But if you're reading a book, you're like 100% committed to the book. But I
get too wrapped up in listening to people talk while I'm doing other things, working, usually, right? If I'm doing my business, I'm listening to reports all day. I'm listening to breakdowns of this and that, stories, whatever. I mean, the Gulag Archipelago, man. I listened to that book, and it may be slow. It may be slower because at the same time, this guy's describing all this nightmare shit that happened in the USSR and what it was like to live through Soviet Russia. I'm just like,
sounds
you gotta
intriguing.
be fucking kidding me. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, they did that shit to people? Like, what the fuck? And,
oh yeah, I like that type of shit.
Dude.
Because it puts things into perspective. Like, if you know that shit really happened, and it's like you know, we complain about like, oh, this fucking red light I'm at is taking too long, and all this shit. But then they have people that are getting like, I remember, you know, I would listen to a lot of the Jocko podcasts, and he would talk about books, and some of them it was just like, yeah, these. What I don't even know. It was like the Japanese in World War I or II.
Oh,
like
shit.
Blowing up fucking fragmentation bombs with gangrene on them on test subjects just to watch the gangrene eat them alive. And I was like, yeah, it's not so bad waiting at this red light anymore.
I mean, people like, everyone likes to, fuck, I hate politics. Everybody likes to focus on Nazi Germany as the keystone horrible event in humanity.
Right. It had the spotlight on it, but there's a lot.
Dude, the Japanese were way into human experimentation.
Yeah.
And they just treated you like a fucking paper plate, did what they had to do to you, whether it disfigured you, dismembered you, maimed you, it didn't fucking, like, stick his arm in fucking liquid nitrogen to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a specific book about that, or like it was a town. I can't remember the name of it. It's probably the same one that you're talking about, because I remember that, the liquid nitrogen thing.
Murder Town, Japan.
I mean, shout out to everybody who's Japanese watching this right now. Love the culture and everything.
You're fucking kidding me, bro.
We're talking
I'm like,
about like old school shit, so no harm, no foul.
Worship your fucking culture, dude.
Yeah, enjoy it.
It's fucking dumb as shit how much I love anime. I fucking wish I was Japanese. And then I'd probably move there and find out it's completely fucking different. And I'd be like, it's fucking hot and I hate it here. But man, fuck it, dude. My biggest wish is to fucking go see Japan. Please make real Gundam. Please make giant fucking robots for war.
Didn't they start doing that shit?
Yeah, Gundam.
Yeah.
Yep, they're working on it, man. Everyone thinks, oh, look at the fun ride. No, bitch. They're making robots. They're trying to figure it out right now.
They're about to crush the kaiju menace.
Hell yeah. Which is the rest of the world. I mean, dude, I love talking about it. I know it's years, but the Kruegers. Have you ever seen the Kruegers?
I've never even heard of that word before.
Okay, so
educate me.
Go look it up. Kurtas, right? Kruegers. The Kruegers is a $3.5 million mech suit that you can buy. You can own this motherfucker. And this is the real deal, bro. This is the real shit. Like, you get inside of a cockpit where there is no visual to the outside. Everything is controlled by cameras. You have hand controls that have triggers, have all kinds of shit. The machine itself, you can either, I believe it's tank treads that you can add on to it, and I'm probably fucking this up. I think they also made leg options. It comes with weapons. You can outfit it with a claw, like a real ass claw, like to destroy things with. It comes with a water bottle launcher. So it's like a missile system, except it launches water bottles at people.
What?
Oh yeah, dude. There's a function. One of the things they like, because there's a full video marketing this thing to you. There's a smile and shoot function. So this thing has facial recognition, and you can target something, and when you smile, it'll fire It's got a Gatling gun. You can add a Gatling gun that shoots BBs. It doesn't shoot live rounds, but it shoots BBs.
The possibilities are there.
I mean, you go fucking dance, bro. I don't give a fuck if that's what it is, bro. If it's firing little plastic white BBs out of a fucking Gatling
Still
gun,
hurt.
you'll run, bitch. You go run. I don't give a fuck. I would run. I don't give a shit. And hey, it's an amazing piece of machinery, man. Like the Americans don't even have. The Americans tried to build machines that would, I don't fucking know, go up against it. And they just made all these clunky fucking 2-leg, 10 feet, 15 foot, wannabe 2-story fucking.
Looks tight, but not functional.
At all. I mean, they were just like, gunk, 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 like baby steps. And it's like, dude, all I got to do is ram you and knock you over and you lost. Damn. The Karatas looks like it's set up to like be mobile on concrete and to move through cities. And the Americans, they're not on that. They're not thinking about robotics at that level. They're thinking about this weird like robot jocks bullshit. We're going to meet in an arena and we're going to settle it. No, dude, like these guys built a mech suit that's meant to take onto the fucking streets and quash things.
Damn.
Rioters.
RoboCop shit.
Yes. And believe me, man, when you take a look at that motherfucker, you are driving a fucking mech suit. It's got a head, it's got arms, and tank treads.
Damn.
You're driving a fucking mech. There's no other way around it. It's not a shitty American robot. It's some real shit that's there to fuck you up.
So you were talking about anime briefly right there. What anime have you been? Is it like your favorite all-time anime that you'd say? Because I got one I could hit you with.
I will have to stick with one of my favorite stories in the series that I've watched. Oh, fuck. Damn, bro. Now you got me edging out. Oh, bro.
Too many options. I'll tell you mine, and if you need a second to think about it. So, Cyberpunk. Have you seen that one? I
haven't seen it.
Okay, look. That one right there on Netflix. Everybody go watch Cyberpunk if you're a fan of anime or a fan of that game. It is fantastic. Really? I was very skeptical at first. I was like,
"Yeah,
man, they're gonna make a damn anime about this game. Like, is it gonna be good?"
They're just gonna make you look at dick sizes, and that's the whole anime. I chose the largest phallus.
This guy can helicopter, but this guy,
right? He can't helicopter. This is who the episode's about.
Yeah. No, but it actually. So I went into it and. From episode 1, it was like very good. It's immersive, and it made me want to play the game again, actually. But it was like a hero's tragedy, and it was super fucking good. And it made you just like after. I still like just talking about it. I feel emotional about the damn anime.
Hey, fuck yeah, dude!
And there's like a key song that they play in there, and like when I listen to it, they played it in.
Get all
thing,
emotional.
Yeah, you like think about it because it like really. The character progression of the main character is just so good, and then you definitely gotta watch that one.
I'll check it out, man. That's a good. I didn't even know there was a cyberpunk anime, man.
Bro,
like, I used to be on it, and now I'm really not anymore. I think the last thing I tried was Promised Neverland, and I just don't know. Like they did like 4 really great episodes that were joined, and then they did this thing where they just decided to stop and restart the series, I think. And after that, I was just like, all right, whatever, man. It was a cool concept. They were selling there was an orphanage selling orphans to a race of demons or aliens that eat the children. And that's what the whole
solid foundation.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great idea. I was like, holy fuck, this orphanage is fucking. They're selling kids for meat. Yeah, dude.
They went there.
Yeah, it was fucking great. And then they changed it. I don't know what the fuck it was. That was the last thing I tried to get into. My favorites to not forget. I'll say the 2, and I got to give it to both of these. Number 1, Cowboy Bebop.
Really?
I've watched. Several times over. I've got a DVD set and I'll just put it on. I let it spin. I love the movie. I listen to the fucking soundtracks. I love Yoko Kanno.
See, I was young whenever it was coming out. Maybe I couldn't appreciate that type of anime, but a lot of people talk about that one, so I'm gonna have to watch that one.
It's good, man. I mean, it's a bunch of bounty hunters, and the thing is that they're always broke. They end up catching this guy and they make these millions, but they destroyed half the city, so now they're fucking broke again and they're still eating ramen with no meat. And it's kind of like the thing they do every show, but it does get deep, introspective. There's really good villains inside of it. Everyone's got their own tragic backstory of how they ended up working on the Bebop. The name of the ship is the Bebop, and they consider themselves cowboys because they're bounty hunters. And that's what they're called. They're called bounty hunters. It's a big thing to be a bounty hunter. They got shows inside of the universe that showcase villains or criminals. They're like, come get this guy. 10 million woolongs, a million woolongs. Like, get this dude.
I love how they present that type of shit. It kind of reminds me of One Punch Man. Like, they all
I love
have
One Punch.
Solid, like, character of, this is the villain section, this is the hero section.
I love Saitama, dude, because he doesn't give a shit. It's all very passive. It's all like, okay. Fight's over.
And like the fact that they have like the personas of the villain, or the pretty prisoner.
Oh, pre prisoner. Fuck, like man, I love that dude. Oh man, that shit was so dope. When I realized, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Like, it's an anime that makes fun of itself, but it do it so well.
Yes, it's brilliant, man. I love One Punch. You know what? Thanks for reminding me about that one, man. I love One Punch. Other than Bebop, it's Full Metal Alchemist, man.
Really? Okay, I need to get into that one.
It's like, listen, man, it's a story about two brothers. Their mom dies. Basically, they take their dad. Their dad is a state-funded alchemist, so he works for the government and he knows all this shit. And of course, the government's evil. But basically, their mom dies suddenly one day. And because their father has a background in alchemy, these guys decide to YouTube how to bring the dead back to life. And they did it.
As one does.
Yeah. Right. So they got all the ingredients they needed. They got all the spells they drew, because their spells function on glyphs and drawings that they make, which are mathematical calculations in spells that help transmute items into the thing that you want. And they tried to do that with their mom, and she turned into a twitching pile of flesh. That's what they arose. They tried to create a body blank and attach her soul to it, and what they got was a nightmarish, twisted flesh golem creature. And then it ripped the whole room apart. The brother, his younger brother, loses his body in the spell, but in the rush and all the fucking chaos, the other brother managed to draw a fucking spell on a piece of armor and attach his little brother's soul to the armor before he could get taken.
And I think I saw someone.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why his little brother is this giant fucking suit of armor.
Interesting.
He loses a leg and an arm doing the spell. And that's where his friend comes in, Winry Rockbell, who was my anime wife for the longest time. I love you, Winry. Fuck. I love you, babe. I'm too old for anime bullshit. But Winry Rockbell was bae when I was a younger man. I love you, Winry. But fucking yeah. So their good friend, Winry Rockbell, went into mechanics, cybernetics, and how to build limbs and things like that. She outfitted him and took care of him for the rest of his life. She was his mechanic. At the end of the series, becomes his wife. And it's just a great fucking show, man. It's very deep. They talk about the corruption of the government. They deal a lot with that, because the government, what you don't realize is that the government, state-funded alchemists they're literally like CIA. They go into other towns and they fuck shit up. They start wars, they start battles, they start riots, and then they kill everybody. And what people don't realize is that the government sends these guys out, and just like you would use the glyphs and the drawings to do a spell here, they carve glyphs that fit the entire town. So outside of the border, you got to see it from space, but they've turned your town into a fucking transmutation circle, and they plan to sacrifice all of you so that they can make what they call the stone. Everyone talks about it. The artificers. Oh, God, why can't I remember it? Great. People are gonna.
You claim to be a fan of this fucking show, bro?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't know shit. Fucking faker. The alchemist stone. It's that magical red rock that will give you unlimited transmuting powers, and you don't have to sacrifice anything to get what you want, which is the gist. That's what the government wants, and the government believes that the more people they sacrifice, the more, and they are making stones out of this thing. So you start getting these rogue agent alchemists that are out there just tearing shit up. They're just killing innocent people. They're drunk on their own fucking power because they don't have to sacrifice anything to make their spells work. They can just... You're all dead.
Laser everybody with a stone.
Correct. And to me, it's a great show. He has to battle there's like a fucking demon in a flask who taught their father all of the magic that he knows now. That demon turned into a copy of their dad and is now trying to sacrifice everybody. You find out that he's in charge of the government. You find out that motherfucker made the general president is one of his creations. They've got representations of all of the seven sins.
Oh, wow.
So like lust is this, she's a fucking knockout, black-haired fucking, bombshell.
Papa Woody here on
fucking
set.
A, bro. But she's lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She does those things. She can transform. They all transform into whatever. But, she gets you all fucking jibbed up, and then she kills you. Or she gets what she wants. And they all got the sloth, envy, greed. They've got representations of all those guys. The fucking gluttony can eat anything. Anything. Like his glyph is on his tongue. And his teeth can bite through anything. Anything. Like space, time, flesh, metal, rock, anything. And eats everything. And the really cool thing is that he does that a lot to people. Like, you were a mark, you did your job, and then he's like, no, I'm going to eat you. So, not to get too fucking forever on Full Metal Alchemist, but it's a great story.
And now you have seen my big polar bear dog, and it looks a whole lot like...
It looks... Okay. Fuck. Talk about Full Metal Alchemist for hours. Okay, so there's this great episode. They go to this town, and they want to know secrets. So they go to this state-funded alchemist named Shao Tucker. Shao Tucker is a prize-winning alchemist. Years in a row... He always wins top spot, top project, gets his funding. Well, this year he's out of tricks. And the fucked up thing is that the year before, his wife disappeared suddenly.
Oh, suspicious.
So you come to find out, they go visit him. He has a very nice family, a little daughter, very cute, big white dog. They take time getting you invested into the brothers are playing with the daughter, and they're having all this wholesome family interaction.
Really seal the deal with the cuteness, yeah.
Yes. They make the little girl. They're so happy. Well, comes time they got to break off. They leave. They go do something in another town. While they've left, Shao Tucker, prize-winning scientist, decides that the only fucking working materials that he's got are his daughter and his fucking dog.
Of course, you know.
Right. I mean, hey, fuck it, man. You know, my mother-in-law and my fucking goldfish.
Gotta work with what you got. You know?
That's it, man. I've got nothing. My daughter and my dog. Fuck them. And it's you know, they set you up. They get back. They give you all the indications that shit's wrong. And finally,
like the dog's at the end of its life, right?
No. I mean, they were both healthy and happy until they were meshed into a horrible flesh conglomerate fucking being.
Half dog,
half little girl.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they take time. They lead you to the dark laboratory where Xiao's sitting in the fucking dark and starts talking about his dog and his daughter. And I just had to do what I had to do. Yeah. And I'm sure to win first place again and continue my funding. And you find out that he sacrificed his daughter and his dog because they show you the dog and it's got the long hair it looks just like the dog, except it's got long hair like a little girl. And the dog starts talking. As soon as she sees the brother, she's like, Edward, play. And you're just like, holy shit, you motherfucking piece of shit. And there's a great scene where fucking Edward Elric just mounts him on the floor and just starts beating the shit out of him with his metallic arm, just destroying this guy's face and beating the fuck out of him for killing his daughter and his fucking dog. He gets arrested by the government and all this other shit. And even worse, further to that, his daughter, who's constantly in a state of pain now from this transformation, escapes. Oh. She gets away from everybody, right? So now the brothers need to find her, bring her back, right? They don't want her to get hurt. Well, at the same time, there is a anti-government alchemist, anti-alchemist villain, and he's not even a villain. He's just a victim of the war. He was an innocent guy who was involved in this shit the government did to them. Uh-huh. Well, he finds the transmutation and he fucking kills her.
Oh, wow.
As a mercy killing. Like, that's really how he saw it. He's like, I'm going to take your pain away. You're a twisted form. You don't deserve to be alive. You're an abomination to this planet. We're going to take care of you. Yeah. And he just, he explodes her. He literally turns her into fucking spaghetti because that's what he can do. He's got this tattoo on his arm, and it is a spell of deconstruction. And we're not even talking, like, we're talking at atomic levels.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Like, Dr. Manhattan.
Yes. Yeah. And so when he explodes you, bro, like you literally red mist. And that's what he did to the little girl and the dog. And the brothers find the body. And
they start cannibalizing it.
I mean, they had to. They found a hole. They started fucking it. You haven't seen this version. This is a special version. Fuck you.
Well, might have to edit that one out. Maybe I'll leave it. I don't know.
No, they start fucking the court. No. They start fucking this girl-dog hybrid at the end. That's how that show ends. That's why I love it. It's my favorite show. They were like, you can overcome adversity if you put your dick in
it. So, on that note, do you have your own business, right?
Not anymore. Not anymore. Like, we would have you come work for us, but we're afraid you're going to jam your dick in it. I understand. Have a good day. I do. Of course, just like everybody, I got to work. And I fell into cleaning houses. Much to my surprise, I never thought it was something I would be cool with doing.
And you had that going while you were in Cut Through the Dawn, though, right? I've
been doing it for, by now I've lost track of the time, so I don't remember, but I've been doing it for over 15 years.
Damn, that's a long time, yeah.
I've had clients for that long, man. I've had some clients that I've kept for above 10 years of service.
Damn, that's awesome. That's a testament to your quality then.
I appreciate that, man. Well, one of the best things, man, is that a lot of them held out for me. Like when I got sick, they
fucking giggles from this shit.
No, that's fine, man. No, it's all good. They waited for me, man. Like a lot of them were like, dude, let me know when you're ready to come back, please.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that was a huge saving grace, man, throughout this entire ordeal, was that I didn't have to look for fucking work when I was done. Like there's like, oh, I feel better. Let's apply a domino.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate on that I was able to just be like, hey guys, whoever's ready for service, let me know. We'll start scheduling you up. We'll go from there. And I had a lot of them stick around. I lost a lot of clients as well, but it is what it is, man.
Message them, cancer hating pieces of shit.
Well, I didn't say that. So they're gonna watch. Oh, I didn't know you hated us. You took my money away. I didn't have cancer. It's all good, man. I mean,
it was a joke.
Sure, it was a joke. I mean, the reset was good, man. I like resets in life. You know what I'm saying? When
cleans the palate, yeah.
It does.
It gives you new perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
It allows you to build. You can look at your losses, be like, I did lose that shit. Man, that sucked. Damn, that sucked that I lost it. Now we're rebuilding, Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much what we're going through right now. We're just trying to get, me and my wife, we're just trying to get back to.
Well, this is the perfect, outlet to promote that. So if you want to hit this man up for some cleaning services.
I do commercial buildings. I do houses, big, small, whatever. Let me know, man. I work by myself. I don't bring in weirdos and things like that. And to my, I guess as a testament to me, as Jake mentioned earlier, I've kept clients for upwards of 10 years. I've never had any theft problems or any of that. I've never even so much as had a cross word with some of my customers. They've all been great to me. I've been with some of these people so long that they consider me family.
That's pretty great.
It is, man. It's amazing, man. I've got some extremely generous clients, that value what I do, and sometimes they pay me more, things like that. The bonuses are great. All that stuff, man.
So you pretty much work for yourself.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
It is, man. It's very liberating. I suggest to everybody, look, number 2, start your own fucking business, dude. Start your own fucking business. I'm sorry. Listen, man, I'll put it to you the way I think about it. You're not, man, how do I say this without shitting all over you?
Preach it.
Listen, if you want to be a whatever, great. Do it. Work on it. Get your gear. Be an athlete. Be a musician, be an actor, be those things that you want to be. You got to set yourself up a motherfucking hustle that you control, that you call the shots on. That's financial liberty. Now, I do things differently. So when people look at getting businesses, they get discouraged because of all of the, I got to go do this. I got to go do that. I got to go talk to the bank. I got to sign up with the government. I got to be.
Seems like a lot of bullshit, but you got to take it in stride.
Just remember, there's a starting point. Mm-hmm. There is a starting point. I'm sorry, dog. Like, I don't think anybody says I can go clean this person's house, but not until I get my EI number. No, you're gonna pay me money to come clean your house this weekend. I need $80. I need $100. I need $250. I need $300. You want? I don't give a shit about all that. I'm going to go clean your fucking house. I'm going to get that money. Mm-hmm. We'll worry about all that bullshit later.
Mm-hmm.
And work it. Work it the best way you can. I'm not going to say those things on this podcast. This is a nice gentleman. I'll get him rated. But just figure it out, man. You want to be something, do that. Work on that. Do it. Get your gear.
I think Well, man, if you had more to say on it, but
I'm just gonna say, like, build yourself up, be what you want to be, but the expectation to me, and maybe this is where I even defeat myself, right? Like, maybe I'm not a full-time musician because this is the way I think of things, but you got to have a fucking solid job, right? You know, for the lack of better words, you have to have that thing, man, that, you know, okay, I'm going to go do shows this weekend, but I'm only going to come back with $20, bro. Like, that doesn't move the needle. Yeah. That doesn't do shit. You know, we did me and Corey drove to Colorado Springs to do 2 shows as Jason and the Kruegers. Yeah, we made $1,200. And at the end of that show, all I pulled back was $120.
Yeah, because all the expense.
Correct. Yeah. All the expense. So you got to realize, man, those kinds of things, my realm, music, live music, you got to have something else, man. You got to have something more solid. If you want to be a vagabond type musician, I mean, hey, dude, yeah. Buddy Duchamp, I'll never forget. Back in the day, man, he was like, you want to be a musician? He's like, first off, go get a loaf of bread. Go get a case. He didn't say a case, but go get a fucking case of Vienna sausages or potted meat and go play somewhere every night. Go be that. If that's what you want to do, go be that. But brother, if you're trying to like have a house and a fam,
but it's not to discourage the musicians, you know.
No, not at all.
Professional, you know, you can do it professionally.
Yes.
It takes the endurance to do it. That's totally doable if you can do it. But you know, also there.
Do it in your
path.
fucking 20s.
Yeah.
Are you fucking 19 right now? Are you 18? Go get your fucking guitar. Get in your fucking vehicle. Go ask places to play fucking shows. Drive to Texas, drive to Cali, drive to fucking Idaho, drive to Tennessee, drive to Florida. Do all that shit while you're fucking young, my dog. Because once you get older and you want those things out of life, or if you're a family person, if you were raised in a family, you want to emulate those things. You want to have a family, you want kids, you want a wife. That stuff takes money, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
That ain't no joke.
You have to be productive unless your wife decides she wants to live with you in the fucking van as well. And that's also cool.
And y'all both eat a shitload of Vienna sausages and be happy with that.
And smell a lot. I'm not into smelling bad, man. I'm sorry. I'm not. I've cologned myself 7 times before I got here.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
That's great, man. Words of wisdom.
I mean, you know, dude, what's to account for the way people make it, you know? I mean, do your fucking TikTok videos, push it every day. But you got to have something else, man.
Yeah. Oh, but that was what I was about to say is that even if you're afraid of doing something because of the starting point, just think about, you know, time is going to pass you by regardless, right? Mm-hmm. So then,
stops for no one.
Whether or not you go down that path and take the baby steps to go down a path that may feel, you know, unfamiliar and it's spooky, scary, and all that shit.
Yep, it's tough.
That's a potential for growth, and you know, you'll look back in time and be like, you'll have either walked down that path or you won't, and you don't want to regret not having tried at least, and you really don't know where it can lead. So
no, I mean, people get lucky all the time, dude. For real. You know, I mean, we just keep putting like. I'll put it to you like this, and I like saying this, man. Like, I get Hollywood money, bro. I get a check every 6 months from ASCAP for the sales of my music.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck
That's
yeah, dude.
Awesome.
Every 6 months, man. And it's not always the biggest, but I've gotten $800 checks. I've gotten $60 checks. I've gotten $400 checks.
Which band was that from?
It's just Jason and the Kruegers.
That's awesome.
Yep. I mean, that's the only one that's endured. All the other bands have gone by the wayside.
I put my my solo album on Spotify, and I think I've like got a royalty of like 3 cents or something like that. So to hear that you got an 800, you know, that's great.
Well, you come to find out, man, that you know, it's just a lot of people don't know the ways. They don't. Yeah. No one everything's about let's get together, practice, get together, practice, get together, practice, get together, practice. We got a live show.
It's like
get
a
together.
business side of it.
Correct. Yeah, there's a whole other side people don't want to fuck with and don't know about. They have no idea. Like ASCAP, ASCAP is a royalty insurance program for musicians. Services for musicians. Did you write a song? You put it in ASCAP, they get your royalties. Like, this is the stuff people don't know, man. We made a bunch of, like, I get it. And that's one way to go. We made all our own CDs. We slang our own CDs, things like that. Cool. But, man, like, having ASCAP, they're going to get all your money from all of your digital sales, from all of your hard sales. They're going to take all that cash. They divvy it up amongst the right holders, and they send you a check.
That's pretty great.
That's it. Yeah, dude. I mean, and people don't know about this shit. There's other programs I'm not aware of that do the same thing, other names, but ASCAP is the one I fuck with.
Damn.
Yep.
Let's take a little break, and then we'll come back and
Sure.
we'll wrap this bad boy up.
You could go fucking 6 hours. You want to talk about fucking interdimensional fucking space demons? They're all fucking satanic pedophiles.
Let me tell you how I drink that shit that makes the frogs turn gay.
They're putting chemicals in the water to make the freaking frogs gay. Dude, are we tracking?
Oh, we're tracking now. And that's staying on there.
No, that's cool, man. I mean, I used to listen to, man, when I like, okay, so I'm working one day. I'll remember it. One day I said, man, I'm bored of the music I'm listening to. I was like, let's try something. And I couldn't find anything on the fucking radio except for like this weird Christian conservative station. And I listened to it and, whatever, just listening to people talk. But it got like super, super, super religious. And I was like, okay, that's not really what I'm looking for. And then I fucked up and I found Alex Jones.
Yeah.
And that started a like 7-year listening schedule.
Rabbit hole.
Dude, I mean, for 4 years, 3 years, dude, I used to listen to David Knight, Alex Jones, and then I would listen to the rebroadcasts all fucking day. I could listen to the same Alex Jones show 4 times over in the same day.
Didn't John talk to Alex?
He did I think he did an interview with him maybe a long time ago.
That's pretty crazy.
He always talks about the Pierce Morgan interview where 1776 will commence again if you try to take our guns, which he says that's where Jones lost all credibility for him because he came out like a buffoon. And I get where he was going. I don't know, man. I liked his energy. I liked the shit he was talking about.
Yeah.
And I just got hooked into Alex Jones. And from there, it felt like I was really, of course, not everything he said is true.
Yeah.
I remember all his mishaps. I was there for the Columbine. Sandy Hook shooting.
They grilled him for that one, yeah.
But the thing is that he did say those things.
Yeah.
Now, should he be held liable? Whatever the fuck. No, please don't.
Yeah.
Just stop.
We're just talking about him
right.
in general.
Yeah, don't fucking get up my balls about how the fuck did you listen? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. You listen to stupid shit. You listen to motherfuckers just as dumb as Alex Jones, except they're on your wavelength and you think they're right. Like, who's that fucking oh my God, Keith Olbermann.
I've never even heard of this band.
He's a fucking it's like he tries to do what Alex Jones does, but it's like you set him on fire and he just comes out and, oh, can you believe what they're doing to these fucking right-wing Republican scum? And it's just like, all right, chill.
The Gorgonite scum.
Yes. And even then, I stopped listening to Alex Jones because of the same thing.
Yeah.
He brings these doctors, religious theologians, politicians, and yeah, it was during the Trump thing, the very beginning thing, where he'd get someone on there. And this guy wants to talk, and he's just, but can you tell us how Trump's going to save the world? And they're like, I guess. No. But Trump's gonna save us all, right? And after that, I got tired of it. He walks all over his guests.
Yeah.
He talks over them.
I watched him on the Joe Rogan episode they did with him. It was kind of similar, and Joe was
Kind of retarded. Yeah, I love that.
And Joe was like, it's hard to have a conversation whenever you just keep playing.
Yes. That's why I stopped listening to him. It got so stupid. I was like, this guy's a fucking, he does politics around the world and goes to these World Economic Forums and all this other shit. Yeah. Shut up. It's just like, dude, like, let the guy finish his fucking sentence. He loves to fucking finish your fucking sentence for you and then treat you like, yeah, everybody knows that shit. Shut up. And it just got annoying to listen to. And I still can't listen to him anymore.
So if you need to fill that void, I was on a very big kick of listening to the Confessionals podcast. Have you ever heard of that?
Never.
It's kind of obscure.
Okay.
I randomly stumbled on it. I don't even know how. But
yeah, I'm surprised. I've never heard of it.
This dude, it's very interesting. The host is super cool, and he interviews people who talk about encounters with cryptids, like Bigfoot, cool. Dogman, all that type of shit. Yeah. And bro, some of those stories obviously sound kind of hokey from people, so you got to just take, whatever. But some of them fucking sound pretty real, and it's interesting to listen to for sure.
That actually sounds really cool.
Like there was one where this dude, it was like an ex-law enforcement dude and his buddy at the time, who was also law enforcement at the time, and they, their reputations are on the line. They're not trying to be fucking crying wolf and boogeyman and all this shit. And they went camping and they had like an encounter with fucking several dog men. Which I had never even heard of the term dogman before I started watching this show, and apparently it's like a thing, just like Bigfoot, however much you believe in that.
Right.
But the way that he described the encounter, was just, it was from the perspective of somebody who had to do a bunch of police reports type shit, and it sounded super authentic, and it was just, I'll send you that episode after.
Do that, man, yeah. I like that kind of shit, man. I like hearing creepy stories. I love that. I used to listen to creepy pastas all the time.
Yeah.
I love
the dark web.
Yeah, the dark web shit. Yeah. Man, I stayed away from that. Once I got into it, I was like, yeah, never mind. Well, you ever see this guy Takedown Man? He apparently goes to the dark web and does all these reports on websites and captures all this footage. So he does it so that you don't have to, right? So, they're always talking about red rooms and bringing up fucking weird-ass websites and Daisy's Destruction and just places where you shouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I don't want to find out. Honestly, I don't give a shit.
It's like it compromises you just by looking at
just going there. Yeah, man.
Thing is so
the fucking crazy. Red room stories where it's like you walk into a fucking red room chat and now they've got your info.
Yeah.
Now they're coming to get you.
And it's like places where people pay to see murders and shit, and it's like wealthy. Yeah.
You're fucking hostile, bro.
Super crazy shit. So let's transition from that into the video game subject. If I have knowledge that the guest that I'm interviewing is somewhat involved with video games, I have to ask.
Oh, dude, I'm a fucking nerdy gamer, man.
What is your favorite game? Or it doesn't have to be one; it could be several if you can't choose. Because I can.
It's hard, man. It's like asking me my favorite band, which is probably next, but
It could even be favorite game by genre if it really comes down, because you're like a Tekken fan, right?
No, I'm a Street Fighter fan.
Okay.
I'm into Street Fighter. I enjoy Mortal Kombat. I love Street Fighter. Street Fighter is one of my staples. I love it. Fucking love it. I own, I don't know how many fucking versions of Street Fighter.
Really?
I've got expensive collectibles from Street Fighter. One of my favorite titles, man. As a fighting game, one of my favorites. Just to name a few, like Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear is such an intriguing story.
Honestly, I never played any Metal Gears, but I've heard they're so good. Yeah.
Dude.
I need to.
It's Metal Gear Solid is so much more than just military espionage. They mix horror, they mix sci-fi, and the thing is they don't. There's this great area in, I think, Metal Gear 3, and the game, you show up naked. Basically, is what happened. You escaped. They took all your gear. Now you're running around this complex, literally covering your cock and running around naked. Well, the entire time that you're inside trying to get back to your gear or find a way out, you start getting calls from your colonel, right? Great. Once again, I thought you were a fan.
You get calls from your admiral.
Right, yeah.
Whatever.
There was no colonel in the game. You are not a fan. But anyways, there's this part where they get to you through your fucking communications comm, and they start telling you, like, this guy starts talking down to you. He's like, I can see from all of your save files that you don't complete anything. He's like, you're probably just a loser, and you'll never finish this game.
So they like break the fourth wall then. That's tight.
Yes.
Damn.
And they do this to you through this entire section where you're running around with no weapons, you're butt naked, and they just keep fucking calling. Hey, Snake, you better just turn the game off now because you're never going to finish this because you're a failure. You don't even finish the games you play. And they talk to you like this. And then they start doing things like the Colonel's face is on there, but like you can see a skull like washing out behind them. And they're like, Snake, turn the game off now before it's too late. And it's fun, man. I mean, dude, they put...
Wasn't there one of them where you had to like plug your controller into the player 2
That
port?
was part 2. Yep, to control your character, because if you play with the first controller, the enemy can read all of your they read all of your moves. So if you go to strike, he moves. If you chase him, he moves. If you shoot at him, he moves.
So crazy of a design concept, man.
Fucking
and that was like early. That was on like what, PS2 or PS1?
Hideo Kojima, bro. Hideo Kojima is a master of storytelling and game production. He did the Silent Hills. He was going to do the Silent Hills with Daryl from The Walking Dead. Hideo Kojima, fucking brilliant. Metal Gear Solid, chef's kiss. The whole series, man. And I mean, it's all fucking military espionage mixed with sci-fi and horror, and it's beautiful. I love it. It's so thoughtful and imaginative, man. It's fucking great. One of my favorite all-time titles, that one, Final Fantasy. I've been a huge Final Fantasy nerd for years.
Dude, I took a lot of inspiration from Final Fantasy too. I downloaded an emulator and then I played the shit out of, I think it was the Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy. I think it was 2. Yeah. And that really like got me on the how whenever anything that you would do, it would like level up that shit that you did. So you could like go into a battle and have your characters hit each other, not the enemy. You could hit each other and
gain points.
Yep, and you wouldn't gain experience, but by consuming health, you would increase your health after the game, after that battle was done.
Really?
So you could just like farm up on your own characters to increase your fucking health by hitting each other, and then get out and be stronger. And it was just like that shit right there, tight.
I mean, it's classic, man. I mean, it's a fucking staple, dude. Like I've been through almost every single Final Fantasy that they released in America. And I think like once 8 and 7 started up, like I didn't even have a PlayStation at that time, so I couldn't play those games. And the next one I got to was Final Fantasy X, and I put 400 something fucking hours into that game.
Hell yeah.
It was like 11 days of time when I fucking when I did all the math or something like that.
I did similar shit with Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Like 400 hours. I did 400 hours on Xbox, and then I got it on PS3 and put probably another like 100 or 2 in. And then I got it on computer and put, and it's so good. Have you ever played Monster Hunter?
I never got into it, man.
Oh man, you might enjoy it because it's
a Capcom game, so
yeah. If you enjoy, because you like, what is it? Street Fighter has combos that you have to know the combinations of the
do that in
keys
that
and shit.
game?
Yeah, and that's but it's against these big ass monsters, right?
Yeah.
So each weapon type you have to learn, and there's combos with it. And if you nail them, and it really is like you have to know it because the monster's gonna like smash you with a move. So you have to learn his move set, know your move set, and then beat him with that shit. And it is.
I've never played it, man. I might try that out, man.
Yeah,
I've never gotten into it, man. I mean,
and like each monster that you beat has his own like materials that you get when you beat him, and then you can make armor and weapons that look like his style, and it like
farm his moves and emulate what they can do, their attacks and shit.
Well, some of them, but like it's really like the style of the gear and shit, and the resistances. Like if you build an armor set out of his, materials, you'll have like resistances to that type.
Right, of that magic fire, or lightning, or something like that.
Exactly.
Salud.
Hit it up, my man. That old Dickel whiskey. Shit is nice.
That is nice. Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
So, we're getting towards the end of it, man. You want to say any final words?
Final words. Let me just take time once again to big up everybody who helped, donated, all that shit through my cancer last year. We're up on our own feet, and that's why, hey, man, there comes a time to stop asking for help and to shoulder the responsibility myself. And that's basically where we're at right now. So we love you. Thank you so much for anything you did. Like I said, even if you thought about me, prayed for me, thank you. Thank you. You kept me alive. You kept my family going. You kept my wife up. Like I said, another thing, once again, my wife, one of my best friend, my biggest supporter in all this. And I'm blessed to have her. I'm blessed to have this marriage. The bands that played for my fucking benefit, the fucking venues, big up the Boom Boom Room down in downtown Lafayette. Great shows. They opened up their venue to me and made a benefit for me. The Feed and Seed as well as another fucking great venue down here.
Hell yeah.
That could use your support. They did a benefit for me as well. So many people have come to my back, and I know this is going to sound fucked up, but I don't understand why. Whatever.
Because we love you, bro.
That's what everyone tells me, man. It's like, oh, you helped me do this thing once. And I was just like, that's cool, but I was just helping you, dog. Like, but people remember that stuff. They hold on to it. They cherish it. They take care of it. And it definitely came back. I guess that's really one of the only ways I can say it is that my karma came back. I saved a lot of spiders. Saved a lot of jumping spiders. Saved a lot of little bugs. I love animals, and I try to foster the tiniest among them. I'm not the kind of dude that's just like, oh, cockroach. Like, yeah, I feel good now. Like, no, now I'm like, let's take you outside. I'm like, here's a little food for you. Here's a
little drink, a little spot of water.
Here's a fucking stick with a fucking bandana tied for you so you can make it to the train station. I don't know why I do it, but I do. And thank you. Thank you to everybody who helped me through this cancer so far. Thank you to everybody, like I said, who still thinks about me. And get checked, man. One of the things I can't say enough, bro. Like, you know what you're going through. If you think something's wrong, and I'll put it like this, man. Once again, to get real and to fucking talk about gross shit.
Tell it.
My dog. There's not supposed to be blood in your shit. That's never a normal thing.
Just
you didn't drink too much. You didn't do too much cocaine. You didn't eat too much Mexican food. No, son, your shit's bleeding. Like, go get checked. Man, woman, go get checked, man. Go get checked. Find out. Take care of yourself. Be there for your family. People love you and want you to live. And so go get checked. You know what I'm saying? We're at, even then, man, I'm at 45. I'm 45 now. All these things were going to happen. So go get checked, man. And if your fucking doctor tells you that you're too young, fuck them. Go get checked again. Because that's some fucking bullshit one of my doctors tried to do to, there's no way you could have cancer. You're too young. And I'm like, what about fucking childhood leukemia? Yeah, aren't they too fucking young? I'm fucking 30-something, 42. God. And you're like, oh, you're not supposed to have colon cancer yet. Shut up.
What a great doc.
Yeah, dude, I mean, that's literally how they looked at it. They were, oh, you're too young. There's no way you got it. Get the fuck out of here. You're too young. There's no way you've got it.
That's crazy.
That's literally how they treated me in the beginning. There's no way you could have cancer. You're too young.
There should be a way to like gamble against that so that whenever you prove them right, they have to pay you out.
That's called lawsuits. Yeah. It's called get a fucking lawyer. And we even went down that avenue, man. But like, to be straight up, we tried to go. We tried to go after the doctor who told me it was nothing. You know, go get some fiber in your guts. Go do this. Go do that. I had some doctor stuck a finger up my ass and then told me, "Oh, you're good," because his method of checking didn't go fucking deep enough.
And he didn't wear a glove.
And
he enjoyed it a little too much.
I mean, he did have a circle of candles lit up around me. There's a lot of roses on the floor.
He had a little Kenny G playing.
He did. Well, funny enough, he had both hands on my shoulders, so I don't know what he was checking me with. But I mean, either way, man, like, don't if you think something's wrong and your doctors are fucking giving you the runaround, telling you some fucking wives' tale bullshit about, well, the son's only in the 3rd trimester. There's no way you could have cancer. Go get another fucking opinion, dude. Yeah. Go get another opinion. Fucking just do it, man. Like, your doctors can be right. They can also be wrong.
Yeah, everybody's human.
Yeah. Just go get another opinion, man.
Well, tight. You know? Glad to have you on, man. This has been great.
Thanks for having me, dog. I really could pull an Alex Jones. We could go for another hour.
My wife and kids are probably going to come in here and jump me if we continue for another hour or so.
That's okay, dude. Just tell them I'm Mexican. This is a special episode. I had to come here from Guatemala to do this shit.
Pull out your fucking green card. It's covered. It's all
Joe
right.
Joe Biden. Free Nintendo. ¿Qué pasó, güey?
Well, tight, man. It's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure, man. This was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I really thought I was going to like not have shit to fucking talk about.
Deer in the headlights.
Yeah, just
I got to pretend to be cool for these people.
I rob liquor stores. Just say anything just to get some fucking attention, man.
Well, until next time, everybody. Peace out.
Peace out, man. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family, your loved ones. That's important shit, bro. You're living the golden days right now, motherfucker. Right now is the time. Don't forget it.